What's the hardest decision a parent could ever make? My 7-year-old son Marcus came home crying every day for 2 weeks. The other kids are being mean to me, he'd sob, describing elaborate bullying scenarios where classmates excluded him or said cruel things during lunch. My heart broke watching my sensitive boy struggle. I scheduled a meeting with his teacher, Mrs. Peterson, expecting to discuss the bullying problem. Instead, she looked confused. Marcus has been doing great socially. He's actually become quite a little leader, helping me manage classroom disruptions by reporting rule breakers. Something felt off. When I pressed for details, she mentioned several kids had gotten in trouble recently based on Marcus's reports, but incidents only seemed to happen when she wasn't looking directly. That night, I asked Marcus for more details. His stories were incredibly elaborate, exact quotes, specific locations, detailed descriptions. But when I asked follow-up questions, inconsistencies emerged. Times didn't match. He mentioned kids who weren't in his class. The red flag came when Marcus described 3 boys pushing him down by the playground fence. I asked to see his injuries, nothing. No scrape, no dirt, no torn clothing from supposedly falling on asphalt. I decided to test him. The next morning, I said I'd call one of the bullies' mothers. His panic was immediate. No, don't! It might make things worse! I volunteered for the school reading program to observe his classroom. What I saw shocked me. Marcus wasn't being bullied, he was the manipulator. I watched him deliberately bump another child's desk, spilling papers, then raise his hand to report Tommy was throwing things. The scope became clear when I spoke with other parents. 3 families mentioned their children getting unusual trouble at school, always based on reports from that sweet Marcus boy. Emma's mom said her daughter was punished for allegedly stealing Marcus's eraser. Jake's dad mentioned detention for supposedly hitting Marcus. Sarah's mom described her daughter getting sent to the principal for being mean during group work. I started documenting Marcus's stories versus reality. When he claimed kids ganged up on him at lunch, I checked with supervisors they'd seen him sitting alone by choice, rejecting invitations, then reporting those same kids for excluding him. The breaking point came when Marcus tearfully claimed his best friend Tyler stole money from his backpack. I almost called Tyler's parents immediately, but something made me hesitate. Instead, I set up a test. I put a $5 bill in Marcus's backpack, photographed it, and told him it was lunch money. After school, I asked to see it. Marcus claimed Tyler stole it again, launching into elaborate detail, but Tyler's mom had kept him home for a dental appointment that day. Tyler wasn't even at school when the theft supposedly occurred. When I confronted Marcus with this evidence, his reaction was chilling. No shame, no remorse, just immediate pivot to new lies. Maybe it was yesterday, maybe it fell out, maybe Tyler told someone else to take it. I realized my 7-year-old had been systematically manipulating his entire social environment, getting other children punished while positioning himself as the innocent victim. The next day, I met with Principal Mrs. Chen and laid out my discoveries. She pulled Marcus's file grimly. This explains a lot. We've had unusual disciplinary issues in his class this year, always with Marcus as the reporting witness. She showed me incident reports from the entire school year. Marcus had reported 23 separate incidents involving 15 different classmates. When cross-referenced with cameras and multiple witnesses, a pattern emerged in every verifiable case. Marcus's reports were exaggerated or completely fabricated. We implemented immediate supervision during student interactions. His reports would require independent verification. Most importantly, we'd address his manipulation through counseling. The hardest part was calling parents whose children were wrongly punished. Every conversation was heartbreaking kids grounded or facing consequences for things they didn't do. Tyler's mom cried when I explained the truth. He kept saying Marcus was his best friend, even after we punished him for stealing. He couldn't understand why his friend would lie. During family therapy, the counselor explained Marcus had learned manipulation as a survival skill, but taken it too far. The goal was teaching him healthier ways to get attention. It took months, but Marcus gradually learned he could get positive attention through genuine helpfulness rather than manufactured drama. The lying decreased as he developed real friendships. Mrs. Chen later said this was the most sophisticated manipulation case she'd seen from such a young child. She implemented new protocols for investigating student reports to prevent future false accusations.